Hey yo, it's another video. So let's go. Alright. So I'm making this video about indigo children, rainbow children, and the complex dealings and the complex standards up against them, against versus children that are not of the indigo children, rainbow children, whatever you want to call them. They would be looked at as, I wouldn't go as far, it would be close in the same realm as clone or as not of them. So, case in point, there is a situation I've noticed. Okay, I'm just gonna let it go. Let this shit fly. So, all right. So I've found some information. You know, like I'm very observant. So I'll just say this. I'm gonna give the entire situation what happened, but I'll just give you a situation in this case. All right. Say there's the firstborn child from an indigo child that has a child with a woman, right? Then that woman maybe has another child with another man that's not the indigo child or the rainbow child or whatever you might have you. But the third child is of the indigo child or the rainbow child from the firstborn, the same father. Now, if you notice certain, this is going to sound so far-fetched. I've never heard anything like this, but it came to me and I've noticed it, and it makes so much sense. Okay, so like breast milk, very important. You might seem like, oh, there's Similac for that, but what Similac doesn't have, breast milk has its the nutrients that Similac doesn't have. If it was so nutritious or the best thing for the child, it wouldn't be on every shelf in every supermarket, every Walgreens, CVS, every store you can get your hands on. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be locked in certain stores in certain neighborhoods. They have it locked in glass. You know what I'm saying? You gotta call somebody from the register to have somebody come unlock it for you. So, reason why, because now the times are changed to where it's either gonna be the father and the mother working, or it might not be a father and just be a mother. Because remember, like I said, and I don't know what video I had this on, I was speaking on this, that, okay, from what Bobby Hemmitt is a teacher that speaks on different metaphysical or occult things. Occult means things that are hidden, and he like brings it to light in a metaphysical form. So he spoke on how having certain. Hold on, I lost my train of thought. Okay, hold up. Let me pause real quick. He spoke on how you have certain people, or like I was saying, indigo children or rainbow children. They have different names for them at different times. They will have certain things about them that are special about them. So I remember he had brought up how in certain God is eternally and forever black people's enemies. They might call them a dollar broth, or when you call it a God from any religion. Why would a God be jealous of another God if there isn't any other gods, because they're speaking of you. Like I have a video speaking on how the elixir, highly melanated people, so-called black people, we are the elixir of life. Our melanin is the elixir. So like that's why you have all these churches in all these black communities or highly melanated communities everywhere, because God eats from the melanin. So what Bobby Hemmitt was saying, what he was speaking on, how God gives white people certain rituals to do against us in order for us, to fail. So we always will need him or pray to a God in order for us to God to do certain things for us. So if God does something for us, he can use our melanin to eat from. Like you give your time, your tithes or whatever. That's giving energy, your time, your melanin. So he was speaking on how how can I put this? How God will give them certain rituals or certain things to do against us, for us highly melanated people or us so-called black people to always need him, like changing certain rules in societies, or like the whole thing with even with the breast milk. There's so much inside the breast milk. I was speaking on before. Like, so they give you that in a large amounts. Like if they have, like at the WIC office, breast milk, not breast milk, but Similac, that comes with it too also. So now say if the mother knows or is told that the certain children you have from this indigo child or rainbow child will produce more indigo children or rainbow children. So what would the mother do? Would the mother reduce the breast milk and say, oh, my breasts are hurting? If they say that, and the child that is not of the indigo child or the rainbow child, they give breast milk in abundance, to the point where, oh, I thought your breasts were hurting when the first child was teething on your breast. You have to think about these things, because you have to think about, that's why I say certain things in a society or in a household is very important, because the person that you could be sleeping with in your bed nightly could be your total enemy or your total op, and you don't even know it. And it takes for a certain occurrence of mass and vast proportions in order for you to be away from this person, in order for you to understand or see these things. So with me saying this, putting the children of an indigo child or a rainbow child that turns into an adult, and they have children from that indigo child or a rainbow child, that means those children that were brought to the physical from those two parents will have the attributes of the adult indigo child and rainbow child. They will have this attributes or same powers, or see certain things, or be able to do certain things that other children aren't able to do, and it's in their blood system, in their bloodline. That's why, like in my mind, that's why I was able to see this in front of me, from being very observant over time. So I wanted to make this very clear to those. So like if you have a significant other, a wife, a husband, watch them very closely. If y'all kind of growing apart spiritually, and try to, if you know you are those things, don't just be doing it. Don't be just oh yeah, I'm an indigo child or a rainbow child. If you are, or if you are, be very cautious. And it's not like, be very cautious, because there can be certain things that'll be used against your child to hinder them over time. So I just wanted to say that about this subject. It came, it came a while back, a couple weeks ago. Blah blah. I feel like this is a better time. I'm walking right now, and a lot of things will be on your mind when you're walking. Sometimes walking is good for you. So, but yeah, I just want to get that out. The indigo children and rainbow children, and the hindrance of them can be deterred by let's see, counters. Like it's like a counter puncher in boxing, and they can counter everything that the boxer is throwing in front of them. So being able to make the things that are obsolete, like even in your society or your school, like if they have classrooms that are full of fluorescent lights, give them glasses, like dark glasses, to where it would kind of settle their eyes, because it really kind of does something to our mind when we're in a classroom for almost 7 to 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, in that kind of light. Give them like dark shades or so, to what they can wear while they're inside the classroom. And you can give them a note to the teacher, to have them take to the teacher, to say to where they can wear these while they're in their while they're in the classroom, but it actually helps with their seeing. And it really helps not just with their seeing, but their mind too also. But you don't got to put that all in there, because I'll just say that certain teachers, they go through a system of in college. And in college, you're either going to be in a sorority or a fraternity, or whatever it is. You want to be in a who's who and all that. Most of all those people that's in the college, it sounds fucked up and, you just making this up. Most of them that's in their college, they have to go through certain things or go through a certain protocol. And if they don't go by that certain protocol, they'll get let go or fired. So you have to be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? As your child, because as a parent, if you do have children, you got to be able to counter what's given in front of you, because you could be holding a child that's, if it came from you, and you've been in, reflect back into your times as a child, knowing how important or special you felt. But over time, things as an adult become hard for you, because being more of not knowing that you're a very spiritual person, and you wouldn't want your child to go through the same hindrances you went through. So being able to counter those things that could harm or stop the progression of your children. All right, so this is not a shot in the dark. It's very needed, because the children, this is the last thing before I get up out of here, the children are the closest thing to the answers we have in the physical body. All right? Killing God, because God doesn't like niggas. And I'm a nigga. I shit killing God daily. Nigga.